Hi, everyone, and welcome to Maximize the Effectiveness of Your Dealership's Ad Spend. This automotive news webinar mini session is brought to you by Lot Links. We're delighted you're with us for this presentation. I'm Emma Hancock, host, strategist, and moderator at Automotive News. Before I introduce our speaker today, a navigation tip. You can submit questions at any time. Just type them into the Q&A box on the left side of the webinar window and then hit send. Your speaker will get back to you by email. Our speaker today is Suzanne Reimer, Chief Marketing Officer at LotLinks. And now I'll turn it over to Suzanne to get us started.
Thank you to Automotive News for having me chat with all of you today. Today I'm going to talk about the ability to understand where your ad dollars are truly going and what you're spending and investing your money in from a digital standpoint. I'm Suzanne Reimer. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at LotLinks. A little bit about me: I have over 25 years of marketing experience both in B2B and B2C. I've worked in automotive tech for several years. Although I'm a marketing generalist, my core expertise is in branding, digital transformation, and demand gen. Today I'm going to expose something that not everyone knows about. Here at LotLinks, we've uncovered that only 20% of your digital ad dollars are going to the inventory that needs coverage. 80% is being spent on autos that could have potentially sold themselves. That is a huge problem in that ad dollars are precious. Every dollar needs to work harder and smarter these days. But why is this happening? The reason is that the media channels like Google and Facebook's algorithms optimize based on clicks. And what we have found is that the cars that are being clicked on are not ones that consumers are ready to buy necessarily. We call these click candy: the sexy sports car, an aspirational car, a future life stage change car. At LotLinks, At LotLinks, we've looked at over 12 million VINs in the US in 8,000 US dealerships, and we've discovered that dealers have control over pricing, aftermarket acquisition, sales commissions, but one thing we realized is they don't have control over is their media budget. You can start with, how do you tackle this? Well, you can start with a free report from us. We offer this free, there's no strings attached, and it's called a VIN View Optimizer. And this report, it's VVO for short, and this report depicts all the views you are getting from each VIN in your lot. And in order to gain traction, what we've learned is that you need at least 30 views plus on each vehicle detail page to really make a difference and move the needle. So what this shows, this chart here, it shows that about 80% of the VINs are not getting exposed by consumers. So you are subject to thousands of ad dollars, being wasted and having to mark down those prices, which is squeezing your margin. And also, so you have margin compressions, and then you're stuck with extra holding costs because they'll stay on the lot longer. So what we have been providing is just this notion of taking control back by evaluating each VIN. It does sound, tedious and labor intensive, but today with AI and machine learning, you can see all the data that's behind it that can help you make decisions at the VIN level. You can also gain control by changing how you're evaluating performance. So we typically don't look at your standard media metrics here. And one might say that's a little scary to make a shift, but we've coined something called metal metrics. And it all boils down to, the actual conversion and sale, and which is an actual sale of the car. So converting somebody to your website is one thing, but actually selling a car is what all of your dollars and budgets go towards should be really looking at. So what do we include in these metrics? We're looking at what you're spending per VIN, media spend per VIN, how many views you're getting per day on that VIN, what do the conversion rates look like in terms of converting those leads, looking at VIN health score, looking at your leads by VIN, and then looking at your PVR, the fully loaded PVR, meaning all the costs associated with marketing that vehicle. And we also then go down to the segment level, which is your volume versus the market, your days to sale versus the market, your turn rate, sales efficiency, your shopping share of market, and your gross PVR versus the market. So all of these on a segment level, we can look at them against the total market. So you see how you're faring, this could be on a specific car type or model or segment. So why are these mental metrics better than, marketing metrics? At the end of the day, a dealer's number one goal is to move metal as quickly and profitably as possible. All the impressions, clicks, the ROAS, return on ad spend, engagements, leads, they don't mean that much unless you can tie them to a specific car sold. The other way to gain control is to make sure you're leveraging the right AI and machine learning data that delivers the information necessary to build the plans that will make an impact. At Lotlegs, we have info on every new and used car in the industry. We have 5 million units from 26,000 dealers and websites per day that we're tracking for over 12 years. Tracking over 180 different market conditions from price, margin, sales, days on lot, turn rate, and even the weather. In addition, we have 160 plus automotive publications in our media platform. And so we're tracking over 100 million shoppers interactions a day. And all this data is doing is giving us all the information needed to provide the data required on each specific VIN so you can make decisions on what's truly happening on a day-to-day basis in real time. And so that's what's important is making sure you're looking at the right information in order to make these decisions. And what AI and obviously machine learning can do is it takes, 26 billion data points and puts them into a digestible format, breaking them down to each individual VIN, again, arming you with the right information to, make decisions and make sure that you're putting your budgets into the right place. So in summary, this is short and sweet because it's a really specific and focused topic, but only 20% of your digital ad spend is going to the right inventory. Traditional digital marketing metrics are not measured against sales, and that's what we're trying to change that paradigm. And so in addition, the paradigm needs to shift so you look at measuring ads against conversion, not necessarily impressions and clicks, because again, they don't mean anything unless you can actually show proof of a sale. It's important to see how your dollars are making an impact at the VIN level and not on an aggregate level. That's the biggest message here is that, if you were looking at the VIN level, you were going to have a very prescriptive picture of what is happening. So as I said, one of the things that we do offer is our VIN-View Optimizer. And it's really, the only things that go into it are basically your Google Analytics data and your inventory feed. So only those two things are really needed for us to create that report and for you to be armed with, what's truly happening. And you could take that back to your marketing teams, if or and you could look at it from a broader perspective across the dealership to see what have you been doing and what that impact has been making. So if anyone is interested in a free VBO, please reach out to me and I can help get that arranged at sreamer@lotlinks.com. But I just wanted to thank you for your time today, and I thank Automotive News for having me, and best wishes for a great day. Thank you.